and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the pledge of our national anthem.
Panther broadcast. Commentating for you tonight, I'm Ben Ryder as your play-by-play, and as your color, we've got Gavin Mahoney. Gavin, what do you think about that last game played by the Lady Panthers?
Last game for the Panthers came out with a loss, sadly. They're on a 2-loss streak, hoping to change something tonight, and I'm sure they will.
Yes, sir, I agree with you there. You know, we weren't commentating for you last game for the Lady Panthers. We usually do the boys' games. It's going to be a change of pace here for us as we've got Addison at that tip-off. She's going to go ahead and lose that one for Cabot. That's all right. It's going to be number 2 for Jacksonville with the ball passing to the corner for 12. She's going to go up with a contested floater. That's going to be Cabot getting that defensive rebound. Jada Cook dribbling the ball up for us here. Passing that one way to the left wing for a three-pointer. It's going to be number 14, Ashlyn Horn, making that three-pointer for us here.
Good shot made by her to start off the game. 3-0.
Yes, sir. It's going to be number 1, Nathan, for Jacksonville, dribbling up the ball, trying to get by Micah Madar, but that one's going to be no good. It's going to be Horn guarding the ball here. It's going to be 24 for Jacksonville. Williams making that two-pointer for him here as Jada Cook dribbles the ball up. She's going to have a screen set by Addison. She's going to go ahead and pass that one away to Micah on the left wing. Micah's going to drive in over 2 defenders. Looks like she's going to get hit in the face. Refs aren't going to call that one as we have a shot on the right corner. Shot by number 5 for Cabot. That's Elise Boyd. It's going to end up back in Jada Cook's hands at the top of the wing. She's going to drive around the defender, trying to go up with an open floater there, but that one's going to be swatted away by number 1 for BB, Jemiah Nathan.
Cabot will maintain possession here. We have Jada Cook passing the ball.
Yes, sir. Let's see if they can make something happen with the rest of the shot clock here. They've got 27 seconds left on the clock. Jada's going to go ahead and get that to Micah in on the elbow. It's going to be passed back to Jada Cook. Down to Boyd on the right wing for a three-pointer. That one's going to be off just barely with Addison trying to get that offensive rebound, but that one's going to be no good with 12 for Jacksonville getting that rebound, passing it to the corner for number 2, Tippett. She's going to have the ball here at the top with Jada Cook on her. Jada Cook's going to make her go left, sensing that left hand isn't as strong. She's going to push her to this left corner, make her waste a lot of that shot clock as she does a lob pass to 22 into the paint, Kaylin Evans, and that one's going to be a foul.
That's going to be Evans for Jacksonville here again, 2 free throws.
Yes, sir. She tried to go with size over our paint right there, but that's just Addison in there rejecting that one there.
First free throw for her is missed. Looking to make the second one to make it a tie game in this early first quarter. There we go. She makes the second one. Now it's 3-3.
Yes, sir. That looks like that second free throw is going to fall down to tie this game for us as Micah Madar is going to dribble the ball up the court. Looks like she's going to call a little play action there for the team. She's going to get some motion up here. Addison's going to get it at the top of the key. He's going to pass up to Boyd on the left wing for a three-pointer. That one's going to be off just barely as Addison's fighting for that offensive rebound. She's going to get it. Looks like she's going to hit that off of the other player's shoe. That one's going to be lost by her. She's going to try to recover that out of bounds. That's going to be out on Addison. It's going to be Jacksonville's possession.
That's a good hustle with her trying to dive for that ball. Just didn't get it in time. Evie's going to pass in the ball. It's number 2 for them. Tippett passing the ball.
Yes, sir. Looks like that's going to go to Nathan, but she's going to pass that back to Tippett as she dribbles up the court with Jada Cook on her. She's going to try to get by Jada, but looks like that one's going to be no good. Looks like the ref got in the way a little bit there. So Jacksonville's going to retain that offensive possession with Tippett. Excuse me, with 24. It's going to be Williams passing the ball for Jacksonville. She's going to have a little lob pass to number 1 for him. Maybe Nathan. Nathan's going to have the ball on the left wing. He's going to have a little crossover step back three-pointer attempt. That one's going to be no good. Not even going to hit the rim on that one. So Addison tries to fight for that defensive rebounds with number 22 for Jacksonville.
Cabot will win that jump ball. It's going to be Cabot's ball passing in. That's another good hustle play for Addison there. Start off this first quarter.
Yes, sir. We got Boyd passing the ball to Micah Madar up here. Looks like she's going to once again call a little play action as she passes it to Jada Cook at the top of the key. It's going to go to Addison's hands, and she's going to look to see who she can get. She's going to go ahead and pass that off to Micah Madar with the screen from Addison. Micah's going to drive in, lay up with the left hand. That one's going to be no good with number 1, Nathan, getting that rebound for Jacksonville. She's going to dribble up and see what she can get. She's going to lose the ball with Horn guarding her there. She's going to go ahead and pass that to Tippett at the top of the key, but that one's going to be swatted away by Jada Cook with Horn recovering that ball for him there. They're going to be in transition here, passing it to Micah Madar. Down to the right wing for Jada Cook, three-pointer. That one's going to be no good.
Barely off for there as Tippett for them recovers the ball again.
So it's going to be Tippett pushing the floor for Jacksonville in transition as she passes it to the paint back out to the corner for number 12, Jacksonville. It's going to be White shooting that three-pointer and missing that one just barely. Looks like they're going to call a blocking foul on number 24. It's going to be Williams for Jacksonville. Cabot's going to retain that offensive possession here with Jada Cook passing the ball.
Jada Cook passing into Micah Madar. Both looking for a point to score as they dribble down the score, passing half court now.
Yes, sir. Micah's going to have number 12 for Jacksonville on her. She passes out to the top for Addison. Addison's going to scan that offense, passing it to the left wing for Jada Cook. Wide open three-pointer. That one's off just barely as Addison retains that offensive possession, getting the rebound. She's going to go a little spin move over Williams for 2. That's good.
That's good, using her body right there to get in.
Yes, sir. It's going to be Nathan dribbling up the ball for Jacksonville. She's going to see what she can get, try to get past Micah Madar, but Micah's going to say, no, ma'am. That one's going to be good off the glass. Not high floater over Micah.
Jemiah Nathan with that shot there. She's doing pretty good this game.
Yes, sir. Looks like that lead that the Panthers got her is going to be quickly retained back to a tie as the ball goes into Addison's hands at the top of the key. She's going to scan that offense she can get. She's going to pass it to Jada on the right wing with a screen set by Addison. Jada Cook's going to drive in, layup off the left hand with the glass, and that's good for 2.
That's a good, tough left-hand shot for Jada there. Nothing she can't do.
Yes, sir. This game is going back and forth for Cabot and Jacksonville here. This is looking like a close game with the rest of this first quarter going on. As we have Nathan at the top of the key for us, passing it to Tippett on the left. She's going to have a screen set by Williams. That's going to be passed back to Williams. Excuse me, that's Evans. Number 22 as Tippett takes that jumper on the free throw line right there. She's going to miss that one for 2. It's going to be Boyd getting that rebound, passing it to Micah, passing it to the left wing, back to the paint for Addison. That one's going to be swatted out of bounds. Looks like Addison couldn't quite get her hands on the pass there, so it's going to be Jacksonville's ball.
Number 2, Tippett passing it in with number 1 driving again, and again that is Jemiah Nathan. She has most of their points this game too. So far, she's doing pretty good.
So she's going to have Michael Mador on her at the top of the key. She's going to see if she can get by. She's going to have a little misdirection and go in that paint. They're going to call a travel on that one. Excuse me. They're not going to call a travel. I think they're going to call a blocking foul on Cabot. So Jacksonville's going to retain that offensive possession. Looks like she jumped up there trying to shoot the ball, but it got rejected. But refs are not going to call that one a travel. They're going to call it a blocking foul. It's going to be Nathan passing in the ball here. She's going to see what she can get. Passing it to the top of the key for Williams. Williams is going to go ahead and hand that one off to White. White's going to get that back to Tippett. Tippett's going to get that to Nathan on the right wing with Micah Mador on her. She's going to have a cross tween. But she's going to step back to the three-point line. She's going to take a three-point shot over Micah. And that one's going to be good for 3.
That's good. It's going to be her 5th point this game so far. She has 5 out of their 8 points. She's doing really well. Looks like it's going to be the main scorer of this game.
So this game's looking real close as Micah Mador gets a little drive, and she's going to kick that out to the corner for Horn, but Horn isn't going to quite receive that pass. That's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Jacksonville's ball. This game is looking real close for the Panthers. They're going to be down 1 with 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in this first quarter. Anything could happen here.
And again, it's Tippett passing into Nathan, dribbling up the court. He's going to pass half court now. Micah Mador picking it up.
Yes, sir. It's looking like Tippett and Nathan are their guard duo here tonight. As we have a screen set by Williams for Nathan. They're going to go ahead and try to get a little floater off of that one. That one's going to be no good as an air ball. It's going to be Boyd getting that rebound, passing it to Jada Cook to bring it up the court. She's going to have a screen set by number 44 for Cabot. It's Perry. Perry's going to get the ball at the top of the key. They're going to call an action here. She's going to have a little handoff to Horn. Horn's going to be on the left wing. Jab step, drive into the paint, kick it down to Perry, but that one's going to be no good as it's plucked away with Jada Cook trailing on the transition on Tippett. She's going to block that one away. That one's going to be no good for Tippett, trying to get an easy 2-pointer there. Jada Cook says, no, ma'am, not in my house.
And that's a good hustle there for her, as we have number 21 for Cabot, Avery Stillman, checking in for Micah Mador.
And so it's going to be Nathan passing in for Jackson. She's going to go ahead and lob that to the top of the key for Tippett. Tippett's going to scan her options, see what she can get. She's going to go ahead and pass that down to Evan in the paint, but Evan's going to pass that back out to Price on the right wing for a 3-pointer. That one's going to be good for 3 for Jacksonville. It's going to be Jada Cook bringing the ball up here, passing it to the wide open 3 on the right wing for 21 for Cabot. That one's going to be off just barely. It's going to be Steelman missing that one as Jacksonville is in transition with Nathan trying to get a 2-pointer there, but that one's going to be no good. Perry's going to reject that one and pass it to Steelman. And she's going to pass that up to Boyd up the court. Boyd's going to have Tippett on her. She's going to see what she can do in the paint here, but she's going to accidentally step out of bounds.
Jacksonville have possession here as Tippett passes in the ball again. Now it's a good play by Cabot there. Sally going too fast for themselves, going out of bounds. Happens there, bud.
Yes, sir. It's still going to be a close game here as Cabot's going to trail by 4 in this first quarter. They've got 2 minutes to score 4 here and maybe get up at the end of this first quarter.
Now we have Kate checking in for Cabot with Alyssa Boyd getting out.
So we're going to have Nathan passing the half-court line for us here, passing it to Evans in the paint. She's going to have a little fake cut drive, and it's going to end up back in her hands with Nathan having the ball. Jada Cook on her. She's going to pass out to Price at the top of the key. She's going to try to get that to Evan in the paint. That's going to be swatted away. She's going to recover that one and drive in the paint, trying to get an easy 2 off the glass. That one's going to be missed with Williams, getting that rebound, but that one's going to be missed once again with number 2 for Cabot, Matthews, getting that rebound. It's going to be Jada Cook with the ball, pushing it up the floor, trying to get it to the left corner for Steelman for a wide open 3, and that one's going to be missed just barely as it rolls out. That's going to be Perry getting that rebound for Cabot. She's going to try to go up with it, but that's going to be called a foul by the ref. She's going to get 2 here.
They're calling that one jump ball.
Excuse me, yeah, they're not going to get 2 here. Looks like Jacksonville is going to actually have that offensive possession here with Nathan passing in the ball.
0-0 here, checking in as Angel Wesley for Jacksonville with number 12 checking out.
Yes, sir. It's going to be Price subbing out for Wesley here as we have Tippett dribbling the ball up here. She's looking like the main ball handler here for them tonight. We're going to have Matthews on Tippett here at the top of the key. Tippett's going to try to get around her, see what she can do, but she's going to get rejected on all ends. Trying to get it to the paint for Evan, but that one's going to be no good with Perry rejecting that pass. It's still going to be Jacksonville's offensive possession here. Yes, sir, and Perry in that paint is just doing a great job defending the paint against their big scorer there, number 22 for Jacksonville, Evans. She's rejecting all her shots, not letting her get any of these free passes. That's going to be Nathan trying to get the lob pass to the top of the key to Williams. So that one's going to be no good, but Tippett is going to recover that ball for him there. She's going to try to get around. But she's going to miss that one for 2 in the paint, and that one's going to be Steelman getting that rebound. She's going to try to push it up the floor here for Cabot. She's going to call for a play call with Jada Cook. Jada Cook's going to end up with the ball in her hand, passing it to the right for Matthews. Matthews is going to dribble around the 3, see what she can get handed off. Just never mind, she's not going to hand that one off. She's going to try to have a little layup action there in the paint, but that one's going to be swatted away by Tippett. She's going to pass that one to Wesley. Wesley's going to try to push the floor, passing it to Nathan on the left wing. It's going to go back to the top of the key for Wesley as she passes it back to the right for Tippett. Tippett's going to have Matthews on her here at the top of the key. She's going to see what she can get. She's going to dribble around to the right corner. Looks like that one's going to be rejected by Matthews, though, as she goes for 2, trying to maybe get a pass there, but that one's going to be no good. So we have 33 for Cabot. Eric getting that rebound, passing it to Steelman, passing it to Jada at the top of the key with... She's going to reject the screen from Perry at the top of the key as she tries to drive in the paint, but looks like the refs are going to call that one a foul.
Jada Cook fouled on that play here. She'll be passing the ball. Number 21 passing the ball for Cabot. It's going to be Stillman passing in the ball. Looking for an open man here.
Looks like she's going to find Perry in the paint. Perry's going to drive in, trying to go up strong with that one, but she's going to go ahead and get fouled. She's going to get 2 free throws here. That was a good shot attempt by Perry. She's going to see 3 people in there. She's going to try to go up with size to force her to force the enemy opponent there to foul her or give her a free 2. That was a good foul right there by Jacksonville.
Shoots that first one and barely misses. Cabot hoping to make this next one and make it 8-11 going into the second quarter with 3 seconds left of this first, trying to have something happen here.
Yes, sir. You see those Lady Panthers hyping their female teammate up right there, trying to get her to not be so down in the dumps as Perry misses that second one, but Jada recovers that offensive rebound. She tries to go back up with it, but it's going to be swatted away by, I believe that was 22 for Jacksonville, Kayla Evans.
Yeah, multiple blocks for her this game. She is going to be one of the taller people on their team blocking it for them.
Yes, sir. It's going to be 7 Panthers, 11 Jacksonville. Not much has happened since we last talked about the score. That's going to be 4-point deficit for Cabot going into the second quarter. Let's see if they can maybe make things change, make things different happen in the second quarter. Now, Gavin, what do you think about the Lady Panthers offense here tonight?
A lot of shots blocked for them. Hopefully they can have some smarter shots going. Hopefully after this quarter ends here, going into the second quarter, they have a different game plan going on.
Yes, sir, I agree with you there. They're getting a lot of open looks here. They think or believe they're open looks, but they're going to be rejected out of the paint. They are converting, and hopefully they can get to the line here, maybe get some free points off the free throws here, as it seems Jacksonville is fouling them a lot with these blocking fouls and shooting fouls, so hopefully they can convert those points and maybe get up in this second quarter. It's going to be a Panther huddle break, and the starting 5 coming into this second quarter is going to be Steelman, Perry, Jada Cook. It's going to be Serenity Earhart, as well as number 2, Kate Maths. Looks like for Jacksonville, we're going to have Williams passing in this ball here.
Looking for an open teammate here. It's 0-0 at the top of the key.
So it's going to be Wesley for him. Wesley's going to go ahead and have that ball at the logo, trying to get by Steelman. She's going to do so. She's going to try to get in the paint. She's going to pass that one out to Tippett on the right. Tippett's going to get triple teamed, and Jada Cook is going to get that steal for Cabot. She's going to slow it down on the transition, not seeing any pass that she would like to make. She's going to have a screen set by Perry, and Perry's going to go ahead and cut, but she's going to go ahead and hand that off to Eric. And Eric's going to be pressed tight up here at the top by Williams, so she's going to go ahead and give that off to Jada Cook, and Jada Cook is going to have a little drive in here, trying to get a layup. She's going to fake that out back to the left corner for Steelman, 3-pointer. That one's going to be no good. It's going to be swatted away by, I believe, Wesley by Jacksonville, and Maths is going to recover that ball, passing it to Eric on the right wing. Eric's going to pass that into the paint for Perry. She's going to miss that first shot. She's going to get that offensive rebound, missing the second. Looks like that's going to be out by Cabot. What an eventful sequence right there. I mean, Cabot got a lot of shots up there. They're just not making them connect.
Again, we have Nathan passing the ball. This time we have 0-0 dribbling up the court for them.
Yes,
Pass
sir.
back to number 1.
Looks like Wesley's going to pass that back to Nathan. Nathan's going to try to get around Jada Cook's defense here, but Jada Cook is looking like she's got her on straps. Nathan's going to go and try to go left with a nice little spin move, and Jada Cook is saying, no, man, that's not good. She's going to pass it to the top for Williams. Williams is going to try to get by Eric. That one's going to be no good. Looks like the Lady Panthers are fighting for the ball down there on the floor. The refs are going to call that one a jump ball, I believe.
Good hustle there for the Panthers to maintain this possession. It's going to be a 3rd jump ball of the game. Panthers are going to get the ball again. Jada Cook passing in as we have Micah Madar subbing in, and
we have Addison subbing in as well. It's going to be Micah Madar receiving that inbound pass from Jada Cook. She's going to dribble the ball up here. She's going to have Price on her. Price is going to go ahead and have a little jab at her. She's going to pick up that dribble, passing it to Eric at the top of the key, going into Steelman's hands. Steelman's going to go ahead and see the cut by Eric, try to get that to the paint for her. She's going to miss that one, but they're going to call that one a foul. She's going to be getting 2 free throws here.
Eric hoping to get her first points here.
Yes, sir. And as you saw, as Eric's going to line up on that line, they're going to have a little handshake here with every teammate. That's just good Panther spirit right there. Always trying to motivate your teammates, get them in a better move. She's going to go ahead and miss that first free throw for him here, though. The score has stayed the same since the first quarter, and we're hoping that Cabot might be able to change that here with Eric making the 2nd free throw for him. Fortunately, Eric's going to miss that second one for us here, but Jada Cook's going to get that offensive rebound, and she tries to scoop pass it to Addison, but that one's going to be not caught by her. So it's going to be Jacksonville getting that offensive possession.
Wesley passing the ball in to Nathan here. She's dribbling up the court. She passes half court. Get picked up by Jada Cook. They're calling.
Looks like they're going to call, I think that's going to be a, not sure what that call was. Looking like a double dribble. I think she picked up her dribble underhand, and then she started dribbling again. It's definitely an illegal move right there with Micah Madar. She's going to hand that off to Jada Cook at the top of the key. Jada Cook is going to yell for a motion there. She's going to get that to Addison. Addison's going to go ahead and hand that off to Steelman. And Steelman has a nice little up and over number 44, but they're going to call that one a travel. I'm not sure if I agree with that call right there, but I'm sure the refs had a better viewpoint on that one. She's going to hit that nasty move over number 44, Barnett, for Jacksonville. That was a great move to get open in the paint, but unfortunately that one's going to be called a travel. We're going to have Nathan for Jacksonville taking a no time wasted 3-pointer over Jada Cook, and that one's going to be good.
Free made there for them as Panthers try to pass the ball in fast, get down the court so they can get set up.
Yeah, so they're trying to push that offensive scheme here right now as we're going to have a Steelman 3-pointer on the right wing, trying to get that one over Wesley, but she's going to miss that one as Eric gets that offensive rebound, passing it away to Jada Cook on the left wing. Jada Cook is going to slow this offense down. She's going to look at the coach and call a play here. She's going to call play action. She's going to still retain this ball at the top of the key, not passing it off yet. She's going to go ahead and fake the pass to Steelman right there. She goes for a contested jumper over Nathan. That one's going to be no good as Addison gets that offensive rebound, and that one's going to be knocked away by Jacksonville. So Cabot's going to retain that offensive possession here. We've got Steelman inbounding the ball.
Timeout called for Jacksonville here. They need to regroup. Panthers are still down 7, have not scored this quarter yet. We're hoping to have something going on here. Panthers are going into this game with a 2-game losing streak.
Yes, sir, and I have noticed that they are going in this 2-game winning streak. Maybe they're looking a little down in the dirt after losing 2 games in a row. But also, I'm hoping here that they can make this, a new beginning, maybe a win streak for them in the future here. If they could beat Jacksonville, they are down 7 here though in the second quarter. They've still got some time left in the second quarter though. Anything could happen for the Cabot Panthers. They like to go on good runs, good scoring runs here. And the Lady Panthers have great defense. They like to get steals, they like to get pokes out of bounds, plucks while they're going up with their shots. And I'm sure that the Lady Panthers are going to convert a lot of those free 2-pointers here for us tonight. Looks like that Panther huddle is going to break with 30 seconds left in the timeout. We've got Eric, Steelman, Micah Madar, Jada Cook, and Addison coming out of that timeout.
Cabot ball after this timeout coming in. We have Stillman passing the ball.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Yes, sir. Looks like it's going to be Steelman inbounding the ball as Cabot immediately gets on the move. After that ball is handed to her from the ref, she's going to get that one to Jada Cook. Jada Cook's going to pass that back to the left corner for Steelman for a 3-pointer. That one's good. It's going to be her first 3-point made tonight, and that's a good one to get the Panthers only down by 4 now. With 5 minutes left in this second quarter with Nathan at the top of the key for Jacksonville trying to dribble around Micah Madar, but that one's going to be no good. Micah's just rejecting that at every end. Looks like she's going to make her pick up her dribble. She's racing a lot of the shot clock here for Jacksonville as Wesley gets the ball and tries to have a little step back three-pointer there, and that one's going to be missed. Looks like Jacksonville almost got that offensive rebound. That's Nathan almost getting that offensive rebound, but that one's going to be no good as they fall to the floor. I believe the refs are going to call a jump ball on that one.
Air passing the ball to Micah Madar here. She's going to be dribbling up the court. As Micah gets the ball here, taking her time, going up the court, open to find open teammate.
Make sure she's going to have Price on her, pressing her at the logo. She's going to go ahead and hand that off to Jada Cook with Nathan on her. It's going to be passed down to Addison. Addison's going to scan the offense and see what she can get. She's going to get that to Jada Cook on the right wing. That's going to be passed right back to Addison on the right wing after she drives in for a missed three-pointer there. But Steelman's going to get that offensive rebound, trying to put it up for two. Eric's going to get that other offensive rebound after the Steelman miss, and she's going to convert that for two. That's good hustle and Panther spirit for the Cabot Panthers. It's going to be Nathan for Jacksonville pushing the floor here. Looks like she's going to have a screen set by Evan. She's going to pass that to the right wing, though, for Tippett. It looks like they're going to call a travel. She started moving before she put the ball on the floor. Definitely not allowed to do that. That's a good call by the refs right there as Cabot gets that offensive possession. Jada Cook inbounding the ball. Micah Madar is going to have Price on her once again. Looks like this is the matchup for tonight. She's going to pass that away to Jada Cook. And Jada Cook is going to pass that to Addison as Addison hands it off right back to Jada Cook on the right wing. She's going to pass that to the right corner for Steelman, though. Steelman's going to see what she can get. She's going to drive with the left hand, trying to get over Tippett. She's going to pass that to the paint for Addison. She's going to try to go with that one. That one's going to be swatted away by Evans.
Another block there for her. She is getting a lot of blocks this game.
Yes, sir. But Addison is also not letting her score very much in the paint as well. This is some center little dispute we've got going on here. They're both guarding each other very well as Steelman inbounds the ball to Jada Cook. Jada Cook's going to have a little miniature screening there set by Earhart. That one's going to be no good. She's going to set nice little pass away to Micah as she tries to drive in the paint there, but looks like that one's going to be fouled. It's going to be swatted out of bounds, excuse me. So Cabot's going to retain that offensive possession.
Cook passing in the ball here, looking for an open teammate. Hits Stillman on the right wing.
Yes, sir. It's going to be Steelman trying to get around her. She's going to pass that to Micah. Micah's going to be on the left wing for him there, passing it to the left corner for Jada Cook. Contested three-pointer with no time left on the shot clock, and that one's going to be no good. Yeah, not much you could do there with that pass. I mean, kind of a little bit of a hot potato pass right there, giving her only a few seconds to think about her next move in the corner, but she did the best with the time she had. It's going to be Tippett for Jacksonville, dribbling the ball up here. As we see Boyd about to sub in the game here for Cabot. Tippett's going to try to get around Jada as Jada's plucking the ball twice here, making Tippett lose the ball. Jada's having perfect defense here as Tippett has a little spin move. She's going to airball that one. Perfect defense from Jada as Micah against that defensive rebound. Micah's going to go ahead and push the floor here, almost losing the ball, but she's going to recover that one with Price on her. She's going to pass it to the left wing for Steelman. Three-pointer once again, banging that one. 2 threes in a row for Cabot. That's excellent run we're seeing here. It's going to be 15 Panthers, 14 Jacksonville with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Panthers have made a nice comeback here. They're up 1 as we have Tippett for Jacksonville, dribbling the ball up here with Jada Cook on her once again. Looks like she's going to reject that screen by number 44. She's going to pick up her dribble. Jada Cook is going to realize that. She's going to swat that right out of her hands, but she can't quite recover the ball and get possession of it, so that one's going to be out of bounds by Jada Cook.
Horn and Alyssa Boyd checking in here with Jada Cook and Eric.
Yeah, not sure if I would have subbed Jada Cook out there in that situation. She's looking a little like the hot hand here tonight, but that coach has got a better scheme than I do, I'm sure. So that's going to be Nathan passing the ball to Williams on the left corner with Horn on her. She's going to pass that to Evans in the paint, and Evans is going to see what they can get. She's going to go ahead and miss that one off the top of the backboard. Going to try to flop there and try to draw a foul, but that's going to be Boyd pushing the floor up here, passing it to Steelman on the left wing. Steelman's going to pass it to Micah Madar on the right wing for a wide-open three-pointer. That one's going to be no good. Jacksonville's going to get that defensive rebound with Williams pushing the floor. She's going to pass that up to number 3 for Jacksonville. Jacksonville's going to pass that to Evans at the top of the free throw line. She's going to try a nice little two-point jumper, and that one's going to be good.
Good shot there for 22 there. I think that's her first field goal made this game after 1 free throw made.
Yes, sir. It's going to be Steelman trying to drive in, kicking it out to the left corner for Horn. Three-pointer. That one's going to be off just barely. Steelman tries to get that offensive rebound. Nice hustle from her, but that one's going to be tipped away. She couldn't quite jump up in enough time to get that offensive rebound.
Jacksonville maintaining possession. We got 24 passing in for them. That's going to be Williams passing in to number 1 for them. And again, that is Jemiah Nathan.
So Nathan and Tippett are looking like the primary ball handlers for him tonight whenever 1 isn't in there. The other one's going to be handling the ball as Evans gets the ball in the paint for a nice little free throw jumper again, but once again, not going to make that one. Addison's going to say, no, ma'am, not right there. Micah's going to pass that one up to the right wing for Steelman. Steelman's going to pass that back to Micah. So Micah's going to dribble around the left side of this wing, handing it off to Horn. She's going to be at the top of the free throw line, going to dribble and see what she can get, passing it to the right corner for Boyd, three-pointer. That one's going to be no good. It's Jacksonville. Nathan gets that defensive rebound. Excuse me. She's going to try to get by Boyd on the transition. She's going to miss that one, plucked away by Boyd, but Jacksonville's going to recover that. She's going to pass that to Allen on the left wing. Allen's going to pass that back to Nathan on the right with Boyd on her. Nathan's going to see if she can try to get by Boyd here, and she does. She's going to drive in that paint for a free floater. Excuse me. She's going to miss that one.
That's going to be a personal foul for Cabot. She's going to be shooting 2 here. Shooting these free throws. Jada Cook looking ready to check in after she makes this first one.
Well, we're hoping she's going to miss this first one. She is going to miss that first one. That's going to stay 15 Panthers, 16 Titans. This has been a close game for the Lady Panthers here tonight. They've been trailing. They've been up. They've seen every single side of this court here. They've seen every single side of the floor here. Let's see if Jacksonville can get up by 2 points here.
Stillman checking out of the game for Cook here. She makes that second free throw. Cook's going to be passing the ball into Micah.
So Micah is going to have this ball here. She's going to pass it to the left wing for Horn. Horn's going to have a little pump fake, making her defender jump. She's going to pass it to Boyd on the left corner. Boyd's almost going to lose it, but she's going to retain that, passing it to Addison in the paint. Addison's going to back down, back to the basket, trying to go up, but that one's strong. She's going to miss that one over Evans as Evans passes it up, trying to push the floor, going to get it to Price. And Price is going to pass that one to Allen on the right wing for a three-pointer. That one's going to be good.
That makes the game 15 Panthers, 20 Titans, hoping to change something before this halftime ends.
Yes, sir. That Jacksonville bench is getting very hype after that one as Boyd in the paint tries to go up with the open two-pointer, but they're going to miss that one just barely with Nathan getting that defensive rebound for Jacksonville. She's trying to push the floor here, passing it to Allen on the right wing, and Allen's going to pass that back up to Nathan on the top for a three-pointer. That one's going to be no good. They missed that one off the front iron as Williams is going to get that ball in the paint. She's going to be over Horn, trying to get a shot over her. That one's going to be no good. She's going to get that offensive rebound, though, and convert that for 2.
Jacksonville getting hyped there as Cook passes into Micah. She passed half court here.
Yes, sir.
19 seconds left of this quarter.
Never heard a team's bench be louder than the whole arena. This is a little surprising. It's going to be 15 Panthers, 22 Jacksonville with 10 seconds left in this quarter. Let's see if Jada Cook can make something happen here as she gets a screen set by Addison. She's going to have a little hop-step dribble there into the paint. She's going to pound dribble, pick up. She's going to miss that one for 2, though, but they're going to call that one a foul. She's going to get 2 free throws here. Jada Cook could make this a 17-point game for the Panthers.
All right, she receives the ball here, getting ready to shoot this first free throw, hoping to make it. Makes that first one. It's 16 now for the Panthers as Era checks in for Horn.
Yes, sir. She could make this a 5-point deficit coming into the third quarter for the Panthers, and that would be great. The less points, the better. She's going to go ahead and miss that second one for us there as Eric almost gets that offensive rebound. That's going to be no good. It's going to bounce off her chest and go out of bounds. So that's going to be Jacksonville retaining that possession with Williams inbounding the ball to Nathan. Nathan's going to call for the lob pass, and she's going to get it with a three-pointer on the logo over Micah Mader. That one's going to be no good, hitting the top of the backboard.
As this first half ends, 16 Panthers, 22 Jacksonville. Hoping to have a better second half as we come into this game.
Yes, sir. We haven't seen Cabot shoot very well on this three-point line. We're hoping we're seeing some spark from Steelman. We're seeing some spark from all the other players. Maybe they can spark up the hot hand and change this score coming into the third quarter. We'll see you after halftime, folks.
Welcome back to the second half of Panther basketball. We have, starting this second half, we have Jada Cook, Alyssa Boyd, Ashlyn Horn, Addison, and Micah Madar.
Yes, sir, and I just want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning into this Cabot High School television broadcast. This has been Ryder as your play-by-play with Gavin as your color. We're going to have Nathan taking a little step-back contested three, wasting no time on the floor, but Micah Madar is going to contest that shot perfectly. She's going to miss that one. If you have Boyd on the right, she's going to try to drive in. She's going to try to get that to Addison. It's going to be swatted away, though. We're going to have Allen dribbling the ball up here for Jacksonville. She's going to be at the right wing with Jada Cook on her. She's looking like a little bit of a smaller player here. She passes it to Williams, and Williams is going to pass that down to Price on the left wing. Looks like she's going to step out of bounds. That's going to be Cabot's ball.
Passing it for Cabot, we have Jada Cook. Micah Madar waiting to receive the pass.
Yes, sir, that's good defense from Cabot, making her step out of bounds. I believe that was Jada Cook. It's going to be Micah Madar picking her ball up, passing it to the top for Addison. Addison's going to have a nice little dish to the paint for Horn, but Horn's going to miss that one just barely. She's trying to get a hand on it, but Williams passes that one to Price. Price is going to dribble this ball up here. She's going to have Boyd on her, the right wing. She's going to try to get by Boyd with a screen set by Evans. And it's going to be passed to the left wing for Williams, down to the corner for Allen. And Allen's going to dribble around the screen set by Evans.
Shot missed there, rebounded by Addison. We have Micah Madar dribbling up the court, passing half court now.
Yes, sir. She's going to have Price on her. She's going to have a screen set by Addison, but she's going to run right by that screen. She's going to hand off to Horn. Horn has Williams on her. She's going to try to get by, have a nice little handoff to Boyd. The ref is going to look like he might want to call that travel, but they didn't, as it goes to the top of the key for Micah. Micah's going to try to drive in on two defenders. They're going to call that one a foul for Micah. She's going to be getting 2 free throws here.
That's good strength going in for the two defenders, trying to get that shot, forcing the free throw, and she has it.
Yes, sir, and I'm not sure what the ref was doing there. Looking like he wanted to call the play, but he's going to do a little 6-7 action there as Micah is getting ready to shoot her first free throw.
Makes his first one here, making it a 17-22 game. Panthers are down 5, hoping to change that.
Yes, sir, and the Jacksonville bench trying to have a little cheer there to distract her from her free throw. That one's not going to work for Micah. She's going to go ahead and put the second one up. She's going to miss that one, though.
That one's rebounded by 22 for Jacksonville.
So it's going to be Evans rebounding that as she tries to push it up the floor to Price. And Jada Cook is going to swat that one out of bounds. It's going to retain as Jacksonville's offensive possession. It's good hustle from Jada Cook, showing that Panther spirit and pride.
She almost got that still there. Barely went out of bounds before she can fully maintain the ball.
So it's going to be Price inbounding the ball to Williams. She immediately has a no-dip pass back to Price, and Price is going to pick up her dribble. Boyd is just going to snatch that right out of her hands. And looks like Price is going to be a little unsettled with that steal right there. And she's going to get a little aggressive with Boyd, trying to steal it right back out of her hands. So it's going to be called a foul.
Number 12 for them, that is White. Alyssa just took that right out of her hands, act like nothing happens. We have White checking in for Tippett. Checking out for Tippett again, sorry.
It's going to be Micah Madar doing the ball up here for us. She's going to have Tippett on her. She hands off to Jada Cook. Jada Cook's going to have Nathan on her, the top of the key. It's looking like she's going to pass that right back to Micah. Micah's going to drive in and pass it to the left corner for Horn, three-pointer.
That one's barely off. She almost gets her own rebound there. They're calling something. Calling that one a personal foul. That's going to be Jacksonville's ball.
You know, I have just realized my mistake. I'm calling number 12 for Jacksonville Price this whole game. Her last name is White. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's going to be Tippett with the ball up here with Jada Cook on her. Jada Cook is going to make her go left again, sensing that left hand isn't very strong, and she's going to pass that away to Nathan on the left. Nathan's going to have a little step back, trying to see what she can do. She's going to pick up her dribble. She's going to try to get that to number 2, Tippett for Cabot. And that one might have been swatted away by Jada Cook out of bounds. So it looks like that's going to be Jacksonville's ball. Jada Cook looked like she disagreed with the ref there.
24 passing in, that's Williams looking for an open teammate here.
So Williams is going to go ahead and have a nice lob pass, trying to get that to Nathan, but Addison Addier is going to steal that one right from the air, passing it to Micah Madar in transition. Going to go ahead and get that to the right corner for Boyd, three-pointer. That one's going to be no good as Addison tries to get that offensive rebound on the ground, fighting for that ball. Williams is going to go ahead and get that one on the floor, and she's going to kick that out to Nathan. Nathan's going to transition past that one to Tippett. That one's going to be no good because Tippett cannot get a hand on that ball. She's going to just hit it out of bounds. It's going to be Cabot's ball.
That was good contested defense by Cabot. Going into the second half, Cabot has excellent defense so far, making this lead smaller than it was when we first started, as Cook passed it into Micah Madar, dribbling up the court now.
Yes, sir. Micah Madar is going to have Tippett on her. She's going to go ahead and hand that off to Horn with Williams. She's going to drive in the paint on her, kick it out to the left corner for Micah Madar, three-pointer. That one's going to be no good, just barely missed, as Boyd is fighting for that offensive rebound in the paint with Williams. Williams is showing good hustle for Jacksonville tonight, going to the floor with almost every single rebound.
Yes, sir. And they're calling another jump ball here. This one's going to Cabot with Jada Cook passing the ball.
Yes, sir. We have this ref a little bit obstructing our view here, but that's all right. Jada Cook's going to scan the floor, see who she can get. She's going to pass that to Micah in the paint. Micah's going to try to go up at that one, and they're going to foul her. She's going to miss that one. She's going to be getting 2 free throws here.
This is back-to-back free throw attempts for Micah here. Hoping to convert both of these to make it a tighter game. Oof, that first one barely off as it rattles around the rim a little bit there.
Yeah, and it's looking like Cabot isn't shooting too well from the line here tonight. We're going to have Eric subbing in as well as Steelman. Now it's going to be Boyd and Horn subbing out for them too. So Micah Madar gets ready to shoot her second.
Taking her time on this one, hoping to make the second one.
Yes, sir. They're in a good position now after making that second one. That's 18 Panthers, 22 Jacksonville.
4-point game here.
We're going to have Nathan for Jacksonville dribbling the ball up here. She's going to see who she can get. She's going to pass it to Williams. Williams is going to look for an open teammate. Williams is going to go ahead and put that ball on the floor with Eric pressing her very tight. That one's going to be called, I believe, a blocking foul on Eric right there. Looks like Jacksonville is going to retain that offensive possession. It's going to be Nathan for Jacksonville inbounding the ball. She's going to get that to Evans in the paint. Evans is going to have 2 defenders on her. She's going to miss that one, not even hitting the rim or the backboard, with Addison getting that defensive rebound, trying to get open with Williams pressing her, but she will. She's going to get that to Micah Madar. She's going to push the floor here, trying to get an open teammate. She's going to pass that to Addison at the top of the key. Addison is going to try to have a little sharp pass there to Eric in the paint. That one's going to be no good. Kicked off by Evans. Evans is going to go in transition with the layup. That one's going to be called a blocking foul, I believe, by Addison.
Yeah, that one is a blocking foul. Good call there by the ref. She's trying to get aggressive there in the paint, and it works out for her. She's just getting 2 free throws here. 22 has made 1 field goal for them so far, and the other point coming from a free throw. Hoping to get these 2 more for her. She misses that first one, thankfully, for the Panthers.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a good miss for the Panthers, keeping this a 4-point game. But if she does make the second one, it will be a 5-point deficit for the Panthers with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third quarter.
Makes that second one. She's 50% from the line this game so far. Micah Madar dribbling up the court, looking for an open teammate.
Yes, sir. She's going to look for an open teammate here. She's going to dribble around, passing it to Jada Cook for a wide-open three-pointer at the top of the key.
Good shot attempt by her. It's just a little bit off.
Yes, sir. It's going to be rebounded by Allen for Jacksonville, with Wesley getting the ball, passing it up to Williams. Williams is going to see what she can get, passing it to the right corner for Allen, three-pointer.
That one's off. Rebounded by Jada Cook because she's dribbling down the court right now.
Yes, sir. She's going to see what she can get. She's going to get a screen here from Madison. She's going to hand that off to Micah Madar on the right wing for a three-pointer.
Again, that one's barely off. Good shot attempt. Rebounded by Jada Cook.
Jada Cook's going to get that offensive rebound for Cabot, keeping the possession alive. She's going to have a little in-and-out fake pass into the paint for Addison. She's going to be fouled. Looking like she's going to get 2 more free throws here. Let's hope that she can convert these for us.
And again, Cabot wants to make these free throws. It is 18-23, 5-point game. Making these 2 would make it a 1-point, 3-point game for them. Sorry.
Yes, sir, that would be great if she can convert these 2 free throws, but Cabot isn't shooting too well from the line tonight. Let's hope she can convert this first one for us here.
There we go, first one made. Heard that net from here. What you like to see?
Yes, sir, it's a great swish from Addison. Let's hope she can get the second one up in the air and make it good. Cabot.
Second one is made. That's what we like to see.
Second one is going to be, it's going to make it a 3-point game for the Cabot Panthers with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Looks like anything could happen here for the Panthers, folks.
White's checking in for Jacksonville, and Williams is checking out for them.
Yeah, looking like a little miscommunication from Jacksonville there, not knowing who the inbounder was going to be, but that's going to be White inbounding the ball to Nathan. Nathan's going to have Micah Madar on her. Once again, sending her to the left, not sensing that left hand is very strong. She's going to have a little step back 3-point attempt there.
That one rebounded by Air. That dribbles up the court.
So there's going to be a miss by Nathan there. Looks like Jada Cook is going to try to get this ball around Addison's screen. She's going to drive in the paint, but she's going to be rejected by 2 defenders. Going to go ahead and pass that off to the right for Steelman. Steelman's going to drive to the left, passing it to the left corner for Eric. Eric's going to drive in once again, passing it to the corner. That one's going to be off center just a little bit, missing Jada Cook in the corner. That one's going to be Jacksonville's ball.
Looks like a little bit of miscommunication for the Panthers there. Bad pass by her. We have Jacksonville number 12 passing in for them to Nathan. Dribble up the court, back to number 12.
Yes, sir. We're seeing Price is going to pass that down to Nathan on the left wing with the screen set by Evans. Evans is going to call for that ball, but she's not going to get it with Nathan dribbling in the paint. And she's going to get that off the glass for 2.
Good shot there for her. She has 11 now for her main scorer by a lot.
So Micah's going to go ahead and get a quick little pass to the left corner for Jada Cook 3-pointer.
That one's off. Rebounded by Stillman. Actually going out of bounds, tries to pass it out, and so Jacksonville will maintain the ball.
Yes, sir. Looks like Jacksonville is going to try to get that to White in the paint, excuse me. She's going to miss that one, trying to pass it out for another shot. And that one's going to be no good with a foul caught on the Cabot Panthers. Looks like Wesley is going to get 2 free throws here.
Cabot hoping they miss both of these ones, as it is a 5-point game. They're trying to make this one tighter to get a win. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Hopefully they can fix that today. She's taking her time doing a ritual at the free throw line, a little unique one. Not sure if we've seen something like that before, but she misses that first one after that.
And I don't know if you could pick that up on the stream. We had someone in the arena yell just before she shot that free throw, trying to get in her head a little bit, trying to make her perform a little worse. She's going to go ahead and get ready to shoot this second for him tonight. And I just want to talk about that, what happened earlier with Steelman as she misses that second one. Looks like Wesley is going to get that offensive rebound off the free throw, but she's going to airball that shot.
Rebounded by Jada Cook. She dribbled up the court, going fast before they can set up their defense. That's what we like to see by the Panthers. Good hustle.
Yes, sir. Jada Cook's going to have that ball, and she's going to go ahead and have a nice little open cut. Eric is going to pass that one. Eric's going to pass around the defender to Addison with a miss 2 right there. Looks like that one's going to be out of bounds by Addison, excuse me. It's going to be Jacksonville's offensive ball.
She misses that one. Tries to get her on rebound. Accidentally swats it out of bounds, but it's all right. So we have 0-0. Wesley dribbling up them to the court, taking her time.
So she's going to have Steelman on her. It looks like Jacksonville's going to call a timeout. And just want to take this time once again and talk about that Steelman play right there. You know, she's trying to get good Panther hustle right there, trying to save that ball from being out of bounds. But she's going to step just barely out of. She's going to almost step just barely out of bounds. And, you know, as a player, you don't want that turnover on your record. So she's going to throw it away. It's going to end up being a turnover anyway. It's just unfortunate things that we're seeing tonight. These minuscule little tiny sequence of events are just adding up, and they're really hurting the Panthers.
Only a 5-point game here, so still anything can happen as it is halfway through the third quarter here. And as this minute timeout comes to an end, we'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast. I am Gab Mahoney doing the colors and Ben Ryder doing the play-by-play.
Yes, sir. In this Panther huddle, I'm sure they're maybe talking about just keep doing what you're doing, just get a little tighter offense there, because they are missing some of these wide open threes and shots that the Lady Panthers really need to connect to make this a tighter and closer game here. It's going to be 20 Panthers, 25 Jacksonville. They're trailing by 5. They've been trailing for a majority of this game. They've only been up 1 time. But we're hoping to see in this third quarter that the Panthers could make something happen.
And coming out this timeout, we have Cook, Stillman, Madar, Eric, and Addison. Addison for them today. It looks like Jacksonville will have the possession right now with number 22 for them passing it in, and again, that is 22 for them is Evans.
Sorry, Evans is going to scan that floor, see who she can get. She's going to find the open teammate, Nathan, at the top of the key with Micah Madar on her. She's going to be at the right wing. She's going to drive in, fake a little drive. Micah's going to say no. Micah's playing perfect defense on Evans as she tries to drive into the paint here, but that one's going to be good. Good defense, better offense.
That one does work out for her after a spin move, but Cabot rushing down the court now with Micah Madar with the ball atop the key.
She's going to pass that off to Jada at the logo. She's going to pass that back to Addison as Addison has a little handoff on Jada. Jada's going to try to go up with two. That one's going to be blocked as White is going to get that rebound with Errett on the transition, trying to defend her. She's going to try to get that to Wesley, but that one's going to be swatted away by Micah Madar. Good defense.
Yeah, good hustle by them. And that last play on offense for the Panthers, that did look like a foul. Our coach was not happy with that one, but the refs, again, can see that better than we can at this table. We have number 44 for Jacksonville checking in, and that is Barnett. I'm not sure if she's been in the game so far, but we have 22 checking out.
I believe she did get subbed in the second quarter just for a few minutes, though, maybe 60 seconds. It's going to be Evans passing in the ball to the top of the key to White, and Eric's going to try to get that steal. She's going to be a little too fast, and looks like White is going to go in the paint, get that two-pointer, and they're going to call that one a foul. She's going to get an and one here.
That's good and one for them, not what the Panthers want to see. As she's shooting these first free throws here, we have number 2 for Cabot, Kate Matthews, subbing out. We have Jada Cook. Number 12 taking her time with these free throws, shooting this first one. That one does go in. Panthers have the ball. Eric passing it in to Madar, so she's dribbling up the court, looking for an open teammate.
And so she's going to be at that logo when she picks up her dribble, passing it to the top of the key for Addison. Addison's going to pass that right back to Micah after the motion call. And Micah's going to hand it off to Steelman on the left. Steelman's going to have a nice little up and over once again. Good move to get open in the paint, but she's going to miss that two-pointer there. They're going to call a foul. She's getting 2 more free throws here.
That's what we like to see. We have Horn waiting to check in after this first free throw is shot. Number 00 subbing out Wesley. Oh, never mind. She's talking to her coach. Sorry about that. We are shooting these first free throws, hoping to make this first one. Makes the first one. Now it is 22 to 30. 21 to 30, sorry.
Yeah, and we're hoping she's going to go ahead and convert this second free throw for us. You know, they haven't been shooting too well from the free throw line tonight, but Steelman has been the hot hand almost for Cabot, scoring most of their points, actually. She's going to go ahead and convert that second one. That's going to be good, getting the Panthers to an 8-point deficit as we have Allen dribbling the ball up here for Jackson. Allen's going to have a little crossover trying to get by Matthews, but that one's going to be no good as she passes it to Evans on the left wing as Evans tries to drive in. That 2-point is going to be no good. It's
Rebounded by Matthews.
Sir Micah Madar is going to cross that half-court line, passing it to Addison. Addison's going to have a nice sharp pass. She likes doing those passes to the paint, to the wide-open man, and Horn is going to make that three-pointer after the whistle, getting the bench hype.
That's going to be a personal foul for them, and now they are in foul trouble. They have 5 fouls, so we are getting more free throws here. Stillman shooting these 2 again.
Yes, sir. We like to see Steelman at this line. She's been converting these 2 points at this free throw line for us tonight. Let's see if she can go ahead and make this a 5-point deficit. Excuse me, 6-point deficit.
Makes that first one 23-30, 7-point now. Hoping to make the second one to make it a 6-point. We have 32 subbing out for Jacksonville. And I think that's number 2 coming in for them. That is Tippett, has been in the game most of this.
Just going to convert both those free throws for Cabot, making it a 6-point deficit. That's good. They're only going to be down 6 points with 1 minute left in the quarter. Anything could happen for these Lady Panthers as we have number 1 for Jacksonville, Nathan, dribbling up the court, passing it, handing it off to Tippett. Tippett's going to have a spin move trying to get by Steelman. That one's going to be no good. She's going to pass it off to Wesley as Wesley has another spin move, passing it to the right wing for Allen. Allen's going to have a nice little spin jumper at the top of the free throw line here.
Off-balance shot for her, rebounded by Addison, passed out to Micah. She's going to be dribbling up the court, looking for an open teammate here.
And Micah's going to go ahead and get at that logo, passing it to Horn on the right wing with a nice little handoff, passing it to Maths at the left wing, corner, excuse me. She's going to pass that down to Horn on the left corner as well. Horn is going to lose that dribble, pick it up, passing it to the left corner for Maths. Maths is going to go ahead and drive in here. She's going to have a nice little handoff to Steelman. That looks very smooth from over here. Steelman's going to go ahead and have an overhead pass to Addison.
Flashy assist there for her. That's what we like to see. Even though we're down, we are still getting those points. It is a 4-point game now, 10 seconds left in this third quarter. Micah Madar picking her up tight.
Yes, sir.
They're calling a carry on her. That's what we like to see. That is her second carry call of this game. Playing a little bit of street ball, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely putting that ball putting her hand a little too under that ball, trying to get a ankle breaker almost there maybe, but that's just an illegal move. Professional basketball. It's going to be Mass inbounding the ball to Micah. Micah's going to pass that half-court line with Tippett on her. So we have Addison at the top of the key waiting to set a screen, and she's going to go ahead and set that as Micah's trying to get by her to the right corner for a horn three-pointer.
At the buzzer, that's what we like to see. That makes it a 1-point game going into this fourth quarter, right at the buzzer shot for Horn.
Yes, sir, that's a great shot for Horn, converting that with 1 second left, getting the bench off their feet, getting out of their seat. They're going to go ahead and get that Panther spirit up. This is a 1-point game coming into this fourth quarter, and as I said before, anything could happen for these Lady Panthers, and this is looking even more like anything could happen here. They're only down 1 point. Looking like the Panthers have found their hot hands here tonight. And I'm sure coming out of this Panther huddle for them tonight, they're going to get their defensive sets, offensive sets. I'm sure their coach is telling them just keep doing what they're doing. And the leading scorer for the Panthers is looking like number 21, Steelman, making those free throws, converting the free throws at the line. She's making those wide open three-pointers as well, and that's really what the Cabot Panthers like to see.
10 seconds left as this fourth quarter starts. Hopefully the Panthers have a good game plan coming. It is a tight game. I'm sure everybody's hyped in this arena right now.
Yes, sir. And Gavin, what do you think about the Ladies Panthers defense tonight? I mean, we're not seeing that usual hustle on the defense end here tonight, not getting as many steals as they usually do.
That first quarter was looking rough on defense. Our first half was looking rough. The second half they have picked it up, getting a lot more defensive plays, defensive stops. And as this fourth quarter starts, we have Maths, Micah, Stillman, Ashlyn Horn, and Addison to start this fourth quarter for us.
Yes, sir. We've seen the starting five in here for a large portion of this game. They're looking like the hot hands here for us tonight. Maybe they can get a lead here and keep it for Cabot as we have Tippett inbounding the ball to Nathan with Micah Madar on her. Looks like she's going to have a screen set from Williams. Nathan's going to try to get that to Williams. Micah's going to swap that out of the air. It's going to be recovered by Nathan, so she passes it to Evans in the left wing. Looks like Evans is going to try to have a handoff to Tippett there. That one's going to be a personal foul, maybe.
Number 2 is passing the ball here at Tippett. Never mind, number 22 now. Looking for somebody.
So it's going to be Evans looking for somebody to pass it. She's going to get it to Tippett in the left corner. She thinks about taking a three-pointer, but Steelman gets there just in time. Tippett is going to drive in the paint, trying to get a little lob pass or maybe a shot attempt.
Calling a personal foul on that one. I think they're calling that one on Stillman.
Yes, sir. Not sure if I agree with that call there, but Tippett is going to be getting 2 free throws here once again. Tippett has the possibility to make this a 3-point deficit for the Panthers here with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
She makes that one now. It is now her first point in this game. She has been in most of this game, and that is her first point. But she has been the main ball handler for us, so it's nothing wrong with that.
Looks like she's going to go ahead and miss that second one with Addison getting that board. That's going to be a good miss for the Panthers with Micah passing that half-court line right about now. She's going to scan the offense, see what she can get, passing it to Horn on the right wing. She's going to fake a three-pointer once again, and Micah is going to end up with the ball back in her hand. She's going to have a little jump pass to Maths on the left wing. Maths is going to drive into the paint. Nice little overhead scoop pass to Addison, but that one's going to be knocked off her chest out of bounds.
Yeah, pass might be a little too hard for that tight area, but it's all right. It happens sometimes. We have Tippett dribble up the court again now, picking up by Stillman at the half.
Sir Steelman is going to try to get around that screen set by Evans. She's going to do just that, playing perfect defense against Tippett with a rejection at the rim. Tippett's going to try to go up with that one. Steelman says no, ma'am. It's going to be Micah Madar dribbling up the court after that block. Steelman's going to be on the right wing with a three-pointer long range.
That one's a little bit off. Rebounded by Maths.
Maths is going to fight hard for that rebound. She's going to get it in the right corner with Evans on her. This possession is being kept alive just barely by the Cabot Panthers. Micah is going to have that at the top of the key. Going to go ahead and hand that off to Steelman on the right wing. She's going to dribble around, passing it to Horn in the left corner. She's going to fake a three-pointer, trying to drive in. Nice little pass to Addison in the paint for 2 points. That one's good.
That's what we like to see. Another shot. She's very consistent from that shot right there. That is a tie game now for the Panthers. It is tight in this fourth quarter.
Yes, sir. We've got 6 minutes and 30 seconds left for the Panthers to get a lead here and hold it as Micah Madar tries to fight over a screen from Evans, and she'll do just that as Evans passes it up.
That's a tight shot there. She is bigger than Kate for us there, so.
Excuse me, that was Nathan passing it up to Evans for 2 points. So we have Micah Madar passing the half-court line, passing it to Steele. Steelman is going to pass that down to Addison at the free throw line. She's going to dribble around, seeing the open teammate cutting into the paint, trying to get a nice little head pass, but that one's going to be just barely not received by Horn.
This is not what we like to see, the Panthers. That is 3 turnovers back-to-back, I'm pretty sure. We do not like to see that.
So we got a player, Evans, for Jacksonville tying her shoe. That's going to be Nathan dribbling up the court off the inbound from Williams. Evans is going to have Micah Madar. Once again, Mike is going to force her to the left, knowing that that left hand is not as strong. Nathan is going to try to drive with that left hand anyway. She's going to go ahead and pick that dribble up, passing it to Tippett in the left wing. She's going to go ahead and hand that right back off to Nathan. Looks like they're going to call a carry once again. That's her 3rd carry tonight. Not sure what she's thinking while dribbling the ball.
Yeah, dribbling like a street baller. We have time. Oh, we're passing it in. We have Kate passing it to Micah once again. She's going to be dribbling up the court.
So Micah's going to go ahead and pass that Panther logo right about now, passing it to Addison at the top of the key. She's going to scan the offense and see what she can try to get it. Steelman calls for it, but she's not going to get it. It's going to go to Micah's hands. Micah's going to have Tippett on her. She goes for the handoff for Steelman on the right wing three-pointer. That one's going to be no good for Steelman as Addison fights for that offensive rebound, trying to go up for 2 once again with strength and size. And that one's going to be called a foul. She's going to be getting 2 free throws here.
Addison is getting another free throw here. She has been very aggressive in the paint to get these free throws, to get these tight shots. She has 8 points for us today, and now she has 9. That's what we like to see. Now Cabot is 1 point away, hoping to make this second free throw to tie it up once again.
Yes, sir. We might even see a double-double from Addison here tonight if she makes this second free throw here. That one's going to be good. Looking like she's going to have a double-double here tonight with points and rebounds. That's great to see from the Lady Panthers as we have number 1 for Jacksonville, Nathan, dribbling the ball up here. Rejecting the screen set by Evans with a nice little corner jumper. That one's going to be no good.
Rebounded by Steelman. She's going to be dribbling up the court fast before defense can get set.
Yes, sir. She's pushing that ball in transition, but she's going to be blocked off by 3 defenders in the paint. She's going to pick up that dribble, passing it to the right wing for Horn. Horn's going to fake a three-pointer drive in. Jump shot right in front of the free throw line. That's good for 2.
There we go. Panthers now have the lead by 2. I think this first time the Panthers have led most of this game.
Yes, sir. This is the second time the Panthers have had the lead. They're feeling pretty comfortable in this lead as we'll see a 3-point attempt from Nathan there. That one's going to be way off, hitting the back iron. Steelman getting that rebound, passing the half-court line right about now, passing it to Micah. Micah's going to be at that Panther logo, slowing the offense down. Coach is going to go ahead and tell her what to do here. She gets a screen set by Addison. It's going to be Maths receiving that handoff here, dribbling around the 3-point line. Going to hand that back off to Steelman as she tries to drive in. She's going to go ahead and have a nice little up-and-over pass for Addison once again. She's going to go over 2. They're going to call out a foul. 2 more free throws for Addison. She's been hot at this free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and they can't stop her. She's too aggressive in the paint, and they just have to foul her. She's going to get these free shots every time.
Yes, sir. She's going up with strength and size against Jacksonville's bigs. That's going to be no good because they're going to have to foul her so she doesn't get these 2 points. They're going to make her earn them at the free throw line.
Barely misses that first one. Arena getting silent as a mouse out here. Taking her time on the second one, hoping to make it.
She's going to get ready to shoot the second one here.
There we go, makes that one. Now it is a 3-point lead for Cabot with 4 minutes left of this fourth quarter.
Yes, sir. We have Nathan getting the inbound from Williams, dribbling up. She's going to be at that Panther logo right about now with the screen set from Evans. She's not going to pass that one up. She's going to try to get it to Evans, but Addison is going to reject that one, sending it out of bounds. It's going to retain Jackson's offensive possession.
And what a game here for Addison. Hustle on defense, hustle on offense. 11 points for leading scorer, and Ashton Horn also has 10 points, so 2 people in double points.
Yes, sir. That is good to see. Looks like that one's going to be an off pass from Tippett, a little too high for Nathan to receive, so that one's going to be swatted out of bounds by her own teammate. That one's going to be Cabot's offensive possession.
Timeout called here for Jacksonville, and what good defense there. Panthers starting this quarter. Offense was a little shaky with all them turnovers starting this quarter, but we fixed that fast. Now Stillman's defense on the last play, great, forcing that pass to be too high and not being able to receive the pass going out of bounds.
Yes, sir, Gavin, and even we see that wingspan from Steelman rejecting the pass, rejecting the shot in the paint, getting that block earlier on. I believe that was Nathan trying to go up over her, and she's going to swat that one, getting a possession for the Cabot Panthers. Any offensive possession that you can get for your team is excellent, and we're seeing that the Panthers are not wasting any of them, converting all of them here as they're going to be up by 3 with 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Tight game, everybody's hype. Hopefully the Panthers can maintain this lead. We have Maths passing into Micah. Once again, she's going to be dribbling up the court for them.
So it's going to be Micah Madar passing the half-court line with Tippett on her. She's going to go ahead and hand that off to Horn as Horn passes out to the top of the key for Addison. Addison's going to scan and see what she can get. It's going to be passed to Horn with a screen set by Addison. Horn's going to drive in, passing it to the right wing for Steeler. She's going to think about a three-pointer, but not going to take it as she drives around the three-point line, passing it, handing it off to Matthews. Matthews is going to see what she can get, handing it off to Micah Madar. Micah Madar's going to also think about a three-pointer right there, but she's not going to take it as she drives in. She's going to pass that to Steeler at the top of the key, but they're going to call Micah for a travel there.
Yeah, it looks like she tried to stop too fast. Her feet just got a little bit away from her.
Yes, sir. It's not what we like to see for Panthers here. We don't want to see any turnovers. Definitely want to make every possession here count. As we see Tippett dribbling the ball up here for Jacksonville. She's going to have Steelman on her. It's just looking like a little bit of a mismatch as Steelman makes Tippett fumble the ball there with a little poke. And she's going to try to get that ball to Evans as Addison tips it once again. She's showing that Panther spirit and hustle, but they're going to call that one a foul. It looks like Evans is going to be getting 2 free throws here.
And might not be the best idea. A little hack-a-shack here for the Panthers on the Jacksonville. Taking her time with these, see if she can make them. Barely makes that first one. That's not what Panthers want to see, but we still have the 2-point lead, hoping that she doesn't make this next one. Second free throw is missed with Horn getting the rebound, passing it to Stillman. She's passing half court now.
Yes, sir. Looking like Panthers are trying to speed up this offense here. As Steelman passes it up to the top of the key for Addison. Addison is going to see who she can pass it to. She's going to get it to Steelman on the right wing with the screen set by Addison. Three-pointer good for Steelman.
That's what we like to see from Stillman. She's one of our best three-point shooters on this team. We like to see that late in this game. 5-point lead now for the Panthers.
I saw her put that three-point up in there, and I just immediately knew it was going in, honestly. That's going to be Steelman on Tippett here on the left wing. Tippett's going to try to drive in for a nice little 2-point floater, and that's going to be good over Steelman.
Good spin by her. Panthers need to fix that defense.
So that's all right. Panthers just haven't had good tight defense here in the paint as Micah Madar dribbles it up and passes it to the top of the key for Addison. Addison's going to get that to Maths on the right wing with a screen set by Addison, and Maths is going to see who she can pass it to. She's going to hand it off to Horn on the left wing. She's going to go ahead and drive to the top of the key to the right of the wing now with a Micah Madar 3-point pump fake right there as she passes it out to the left wing for Steelman. Steelman's going to have a little jab step here, trying to size up Nathan here. She hands it back off to Horn. Horn is going to struggle to recover that ball there, but it's going to be Micah at the top of the key here, driving around. Tippett. It's going to be passed out to the right corner for a Steelman 3-pointer once again.
Bang! That's what we like to see. Back-to-back threes for Stillman.
That's good shot for Steelman. We like to see her take those three-pointers. That's excellent shot for her. She's shooting great from the three-point line here tonight as we see Tippett dribbling up the ball here for Jacksonville. She's going to try to get a jump shot over Steelman, but that one's going to be no good.
They're calling that one a foul. Tippett will be shooting these. Taking the time here, Panthers open as they miss these ones. It is a 42-36 game here, and Steelman, clutch player here for them in the fourth quarter.
Yes, sir. Steelman has been knocking down those clutch three-pointers, making this, it was a 6-point game, but now it's going to be a 5-point game for the Panthers as Tippett knocks down that first free throw for him.
Misses his first one, rebounded by Horn, and it's all right, as we like to see. Either way that shot would have made this game a two-score game.
So Steelman's going to have that ball as she gets the screen from Addison. She's looking like the hot hand here tonight as she tries to go up for 2, and they're going to call that one a foul. She's getting 2 more free throws here. She's been converting these free throws excellently tonight. Let's see if she can go ahead and convert these next 2 for us.
And they have been in foul trouble, so Panthers have been doing really good, being aggressive, forcing those fouls on them. She's shooting these. For her, this game, she has 16 points. What a game for her, am I right?
Yes, sir, Gavin. She's going to go ahead and convert that first one, giving her 17. She might drop 20 this game. There's a minute 52 seconds left for the Lady Panthers. Anything could happen here. We're hoping that they can retain this lead.
Won't be surprised if she makes another 3 this game. Taking her time on the second free throw. Misses that second one barely. Press. They're calling a travel. That's what we like to see. Good defense.
Oh, yes, sir. Allen has been in this game for a while. Looks like she hasn't gotten quite adjusted to her own movements yet. She's going to try to move before she puts the ball on the floor. It's going to be Cabot's possession here with Steelman inbounding the ball.
Looking for an open teammate here. She hits Micah at the top.
So she's going to have a nice little lob pass to Micah here at the top as Micah calls a motion once again. Lady Panthers like to use this play here with Horn, handing it off to Steelman. Steelman's going to see who she can hand it off to. She can hand it off to Mass as Mass touch a drive in with a little up and over. And they're going to call that a foul. She's going to get 2 more free throws here. Cabot has been making Jacksonville send them to the line, and this is good. 2 points here. We're hoping that Mass can convert these 2 points for Cabot.
Now, after Jacksonville led most of this game, this fourth quarter, they have not known what to do, gotten foul trouble, and the Panthers are securing this win, it's going to look like.
Yes, sir. Don't want to say anything too soon, but that is going to be Mass making that first point. It's going to make it a 44 Panthers, 37 Jacksonville. Looking like less of a tight game than it was here in the first half.
There you go. Both of those made for her. That's what we like to see. 45-37.
So it's going to be an 8-point deficit for Jacksonville as we see Nathan dribbling up the ball. I'm sure Jacksonville is a little... Nathan's going to go ahead and put the go-ahead 3 there, and she's going to miss that one with Williams getting the offensive board there.
She's going to miss that rebound tipped by the Panthers, so Jacksonville will maintain the possession here. They have Nathan passing the ball.
So she's going to get it to the paint for Evans. Evans is going to have a little scoop pass down to Allen. Williams is going to try to recover that one, but she's going to back off, say, no, it's all you. You can have it at the top. Allen's going to try to get by Mass. That's going to be no good. Looks like they might call a blocking foul on Maths there. So Allen might be getting 2 free throws here.
Stillman getting ready to check in this game after his first free throw was shot.
Yes, sir, and we're seeing Jada Cook in this game here. We've been seeing her and Steelman as our leading ball handlers here tonight. As Allen is going to go ahead and make that first free throw for him there as we see Math subbing out for Steelman.
Now, Stillman and Cook are both sophomores, and what a player for them. We have 3 years left to see of them. We're glad to see that.
Looks like she's going to miss that second free throw for Jacksonville. Looking like they're going to get that offensive rebound, though, as Evan completely misses the rim and backward on that one, but Williams is going to get that offensive rebound once again. It's going to be Nathan getting that ball at the top of the key. She's going to drive in with a nice little right-hand layup off the glass for 2.
She's going to make that one. Arena's getting loud. Trying to press here. Can't stop us. Jada Cook is going to take her time, trying to waste as much of this time as we can with 50 seconds left this 5-point game.
Yes, sir. Majority of that noise in the arena is just Jacksonville's bench. They're surprisingly loud. It's going to be Addison at the top of the key, though, passing it to Jada Cook on the left for a 3-pointer. That one's going to be no good as we see Horn getting that offensive rebound. That's great for Cabot. She's going to pass out to the right wing for Steelman, passing it up to the top for Micah.
Now they're going to take their time here with the shot clock resetting after that miss.
Yes, they're trying to waste as much of the game clock as they can. As they're up by 5 points, it's going to be Steelman at the top. She's going to pick up her dribble, passing it to Micah on the left. Micah's going to also take her time, see who she can get. Looks like Allen is going to have tight defense on Micah here, with Jada Cook is going to fake a little drive there.
Timeout called by the Panthers. They're trying to, 10 seconds left of the shot clock, 19 seconds left in this game. They're trying to waste as much of this time as they can.
That's a very strategic play from the Lady Panthers there. You know, they're up by 5 points, and you just want to keep that lead. Don't want to risk missing a shot and then the Jacksonville getting a wide open 3 down the court. This is great, like getting in Jacksonville's head here with only 10 seconds left on the shot clock. It's going to be a 5-point game for Jacksonville. And I'm not sure they could score 5 points with the remaining time in this game, as well as the Panthers have the offensive possession here.
Panthers have to play good defense here just to secure this, just in case, though.
Yes, sir, Gavin. What do you think about that offensive switch that was flicked on for the Lady Panthers here in the second half? I mean, they've been on fire.
The Panthers are doing a whole lot better in the second half than they did in the first half. I'm sure that the halftime break there had a good talk from the coach. Now, breaking this, we have Stillman, Cook, Addison, Horn, and Micah Madar.
Yes, sir, and looks like we have Horn passing in that ball for the Cabot Panthers. Jacksonville is going to break their huddle a little later than the Cabot Panthers.
I'm sure they have a game plan, trying to get a shot, or trying to get good defense and then a shot off fast.
Yes, sir, if Jacksonville can survive this 10 seconds left of the shot clock and maybe get the ball, they could make something happen here, but that's going to be inbounded to Micah. She's going to have a little handoff to Jada. Looks like they're trying to foul her here. The refs aren't going to call anything. They're going to call a travel on Jada before the foul, actually. So there's going to be 12.1 seconds left in this game here for the Cabot Panthers as Jacksonville is down by 5 points.
Now, Tippett is going to be passing the ball, looking for number 1. they have about time, maybe for one, possibly two possessions.
Looks like that pass was a little bit of a miscommunication. Jada Cook pressing. Looks like Nathan is going to get that pass, but Jacksonville's going to call a timeout, trying to get maybe a good game plan here to score 5 points with 11 seconds left. They're trying to look like Tracy McGrady here, honestly.
Yeah, not sure they can do much in 11 seconds. They are down 5. Had to hit a 3 and a 2. So hopefully the Panthers can stop them in this 10 seconds, which shouldn't be too hard. The Panthers probably have secured this win, but nothing to be too sure of.
And, you know, like you said, they have to score a 3 and a 2, and that's just to tie up the game, and that'll bring us to overtime. If they really want to win this game for them here tonight, they're going to have to score 2 3-pointers, which is a very daunting task for Jacksonville, as they haven't been shooting too great from the three-point line themselves. What do you think about what do you think the coach is telling them there in that timeout?
Well, I'm sure on the Jacksonville side, they're telling them to play to get a shot up fast. And for Cabot, they're just I'm sure they're gonna play man, try to get no open opportunities for Jacksonville.
Yes, sir. I'm sure Cabot's going to have that tight defensive set. I'm sure they're not going to allow any wide open points. I'm sure they're going to have no cracks in their defense here with 3 seconds left in this timeout. It's going to be 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And coming out of that timeout, we have Jada Cook, Micah Madar, Ashlyn Horn, Addison Adier, and Kate Maths as our starting 5 here.
Now as Tippett passes it in, I'm sure they're going to get shot up fast. Only 11 seconds left of this game.
Yes, sir. It's going to be inbounded to Nathan. She's just going to try a long-range three-pointer, but that one's going to be no good. I'm not sure if that was the right play there. Maybe they could have spent a few more seconds getting a better shot, but now this game is looking very much out of Jacksonville's grasp after that long-range miss.
Yeah,
it's going to be Jada Cook inbounding to Micah Madar.
Yeah, I said they needed to get a shot up fast, but probably not that fast.
Yes, sir.
There's a final buzzer. I'm sure Cabot likes to see a win there after that 2-point loss. So now Cabot is going to be 3-2 with a winning record. That's what we like to see.
Yes, sir. And I'm hoping that this win for the Lady Panthers means more wins in the future. Let's hope that they can get a little hot streak here, go on a win streak for this next game.
And thank you for tuning in. I am Gavin Mahoney doing the color and Ben Ryder doing the play-by-play. Tune into the next game for the boys playing the same team.